World. We cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where
Ghana, Mabahe, and Damane, Mr. Belemi Abraham, and the third day of August 2026. Is also you run more docon. The Indiana, Yakoya, you know, Beakazule, Yalayase, the Wayan Bani Hayazo, Ama August in the Yadu year. And special shout out to Monday Bones, Kojo, Ma, one Yama best special shout out. And that's all I one muko konwosu na mama konwosu ama ahe hondozo maba ahe papi agri amane yeyale West Coast of Acadian wa hondozo a meloza one memma wo ahe West Coast TV Coastal Morning Show ye one ye wazimo yele ya bazome Ghana mane anda mane titri na say ye waze dia bane ma ekolozro ewo Ghana mane nu anda mane ye wone yele ye ba bazome wa ma mommy di ejima ho chiame bo from Emmanuel Kofi yeboa akwa hundezo a konwosu bo from na Kofi mo ase one ye waze dia de kama ye tembala sports debate kara as a sort of words of motivation kara nako ejuma lele kezleza yava yagro ya transmitted live Facebook as a sort of TikTok YouTube and other social media handles ya wa agrada edb bronsane esuro kanela ekane ya apa yamada osaka haya wane yejuma me yedi school anaka juma kuma va o makake mele greater grace your child is safe with us blunt bon wane me kan greater grace in kama won kreke ajapade mo awfo kabaka yakbo makura mele school hole diezumale education kreke achinale mazo kwa ka mo aya otiginia sinokwa tonmo edasupo mazo kwa ba na adwene ne nimdimo kwakura izuma ba wetre ni me mazo ni bela nawo meti se upper school kaba kwa dia mone me kan greater grace nkaba meto me kan greater grace nkaba ya kreke okon be school fees me elazo kura mo abiela krotua azasula akokenia professor state of the art environment equipment machines mo kura be kele ele ko kozuma de yehoya yunu kra azasula bowo aiches more indeed bozuma de boho anzi eleke be kania mama ni mo banza baba dabi mo beti chese bowo certificate baba mbofu be kre nwokra early childhood education bozuma boho deep pa azasula bowo nurses ne doctors our campus kani e kan ke o magama e pa mbalo magama ya chane ba mama e ha kreke but doctors and nurses our campus kene akosupo bale am before mo kura indeed persons and more every day bela babale kon before mo kura throughout as a solar be a there be more large no pa more for a fabra. Cricket, your teachers name madams more. Bob po school, and that's a bala fali po. Your madams more, Bazaba Boko Yua, because they are tally, because we die public, because Malia, but the po number my ye, you homework. Greater Grace wa be na apa ehna de ya apa ya mada ya wo aguna audo ambrosia restaurant e mada kanela akane ya Greater Grace ya wa Greater Grace, your child is safe with us. You try on now ya ba say for words of motivation if you about as as last sports bit called was na go juma za ya be ya do azo ya.
It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices.
Morning shows West Coast TV de ya waze yesomo ma ya peka ya malake ko Facebook na pe West Coast TV like comment na share ma wadwene ma peka kre ni kale fekwa eto YouTube yo TikTok yo Facebook yo se ya kenga ya fa yemo wane ya waze de ya nde ya ye kizeli nde ya share ezian fuloto the very first week in August 2026. Na edika mo rebela ye made ye ya ma wo nkranhye ya modjokoma kabaka hye wo Moses be na kwa wodu ajake abrabonu ajake but say words of motivation one ma yele bro it is scarlet cry January to August dem dike abushi biela fine dem dike January about the baby about zili wanzo dem dike do ajake up to August but one mkanke hera ke do not give up, do not give up, life will get better. Do not give up, life will get better. Maybe I have the busy wanzo all boy your August something ke na the beke bola dia mama wabanu kolo na yenike ye bo yenike ye baba wani mele words of motivation mo melama ndekizire mo ya ayawa show izu mo ya bali ajolie wani mam ho malmo bale kene kwendazo wani ya hasala wakese na in my sports debit but before that mama ya kwaba na mize aboko nkwen akwaba
Yeah.
Waboko.
I'm recovering.
Waboko, yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I'm recovering.
Malemna, recovery, Malemna.
Like I'm not feeling that, best and bangs like that.
Oh, okay. My poem because okay, on
Yes.
power your own epka. Oh, okay. But I'm say I bet I'm balanced. Keke.
It would. I would definitely be fine.
Okay. One mother of family.
Okay. And there I'm not paying so. Mesanso mecha obibia mama obibia a glorious good morning. And I would encourage you that Kodana share any videos like and then follow us on all our social media handles, Nina. That is Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok as well. Na BBBI intim enkodo kama enfama yen el horum. Mr. Ebwa, yen
Yeah.
call straight to in there in semna yetim yashe yede atukwa el horum. Yen shase with the Ghana Black Queens. Ghana Black Queens. They are over the weekend no with me was share na ye Lucy to Cameroon. Wo ye ne African Cup of Nations WAFCON na then yellow bono. That is a narrow 1-0 lose again to Cameroon on Sunday. Na ena ababawa ni din Evelyn Badu Oshena Odia together. Oh, it was something that or prepare one for one match against Mali. No. It's not something new. Biala wabekade. Idio Oshena or then Obuona bim. And one match with Mali so team washe na wasre all the Ghanaian football lovers nina the one team one share now one support Mesiafono because why them you support nina le kodi me for one side ma since ya Mesiafono ye jaija one ankonam dema and Black Queens no one of that second on the table with Cameroon leading with 6 points and I will follow with 3 points. And yes, now you hold on to one promise that they are going to secure us a win against Mali coming days ahead of us. No, you move straight to a Austrian top flight, RB Salzburg. Wait till washe now what they ababe to go there. They are rejected an offer from Belgian giant club Club Brugge. Abrantia needing Edmond Beidou. Abrantia no esinakan edema RB Salzburg. Na Club Brugge for they've consistently shown interest Abrantia anymore. And this is the third time what's a Enyadia Woli Jema Abrantia nako. Because last season in 27 appearances, no one with 5 goals and 3 assists. Nti se wotim wo hwe na wo Jay Abrante Edmond ma okopadia no why ni paboni ni nti enya dia wo betim wo hwe na wo Jay Abrante Edmond ni muma why then wa kokrakra ene yetim ya hwe yetrio yemfa iyi emfintwa to horom ya dia Ghanaian football legend Baby Jet Asamoah Baby Jet Ghana ma mo ho ofe say boy kedem ndwumna ana wefu.
We are back on or no? And
with your back on and with your back on and on, we say abedi.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, Ghana is far ahead of Kenya when it comes to football. Say oba footballer Ghana de ye ocha yenkruse. Because Kenya over the weekend or visited Kenya in oko make appearances with one athletics biana earlier than holoko does Kenya for main focus here one athletics one ni football ni a track bia enti se urban football in Ghana there no there we are trying as compared to Kenya.
Oh, okay. And that is by way of sports tidbit, but I think young Mesafono, I'm told they are really doing well and they are promising
doing marvelously
promising
well.
stars.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, Esha, we are not hearing or making noise about them that much. Why?
Mr. Ebwa, it is you because media are making noise about them. Maybe a few of Ghanaians really don't see the need to support women in football because they feel like after all they're going to give birth. Yeah, going to get married. That's the end.
Oh, but we have the lives of Aitana Bonmati, you know, called Barcelona. You get it. You have Arsenal, Russo, and you can see the way and manner these people have carried professional football to the highest level. Can't we do the same?
They believe that whether female or male, if you have the talent, they are ready to nurture it and bring something good out of it. But Ghanaians, we are not ready to nurture it because already we are focusing on the men We are investing so much and we are not getting anything from it. So there is no way we are going to invest. We all heard of Adwabayo. At the end of the career, what's next? She's there, we are hearing of her, but not like so or playing outside and or call retirement and the way they would have projected her. But then here in Ghana, here in Africa, let's say Ghana per se, because the Moroccans are doing very well with one name Messiafono. Echo, Mali, even Cameroon for now sharing camp, they are doing very well with one name Messiafono. But what of us? Because we don't see the need. Yeah, when the talents only lies in the main phone. Because I want to wear energetic and although we have this saying that women are the most vulnerable in society, it is not false. I'm not trying to dispute that fact. But if you're with talent in footballer, I believe we should all try to invest in it. Because why then? Since the investment is not coming, the encouragement is not coming. But and I even think Mr. Afunu should have represented us in the World Cup now boy. Although I'm not saying one ball they played, but then looking at the energy, the enthusiasm of Mr. Afunu ball this particular WAFCON now, I can see they really mean business.
Yeah, they are doing well. I think there are promising stars also among the team. I think if we support them indeed,
and I really hope
higher heights.
Investors are watching them because I would wish that after WAFCON, many of them will not play for the Ghana League again.
Okay. Anyway, that is by way of sports.
It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't.
TV so Costa Morning Show ya wane ya wazi be ya leso me Ghana money and that money was all wine doer and last week Friday you interviewed Honorable T Black indeed for Joseph Kwam na Joseph Kwam Emily zamu here dey be bon suppose still na zama ha keduma but T Black ya makaka me the assembly member for Domiabra electoral area we interviewed other assembly members doing until after that discussion that will be present Bofreye for Ojokoche is on the zo Sofusua and also ke Slopa pezo akene ye ezua me ibale yanyi ilili mada te wone ma mohwazo na idonfo yini evamaye how mo jumali le ehole mini be wane mo akwaba aboko
na so de
adum wane won ya krama pa won ya pke azo on the zamba you look good so what a weekend day okay Honorable T Black the program ya interview work she na more ye avalwanye welili mada Tom for any family.
Okay. Anamane programming is yankasa is that 3. Bank at 3 o'clock, but so is Ghana man time. Yankasa program almost 5.
Okay.
But program is a don't be to money.
Oh, okay.
One was with NHIS.
Okay.
A man be free, me no be ni be ni, me no be di wuni, me no be di mini. Okay, it started with Bonomo. Into Bonomo me what temo be 2:30 to 3 mam hole. Hole ni bogu azro be as a health insurance cars and we renew for mama.
Okay.
The electoral area, that's the domain electoral area.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That was the first minimum cause and sana program is the eba started.
Okay.
Okay. The program started when minimum be health insurance. The break was and some for a according to queue, like 10 in a row, no ball, 5 in a row, no ball. Until may share the tour. Until it started from there. Until when you start the program, and sana going to the ma share from chip compounds. Okay, you had interaction with the nurses,
okay.
Explaining the meaning of chip compounds.
Okay.
Chip compound that come away. You need me ya sana ben waho hospital ankasa. Until me so ne ekna
okay.
And sana share to care. They give some awards for money. Minimum communities me. Ni minimum bobo when they goes to communal labors. Youth of Bombay in Akabaka, Domiabra electoral area cause like as a many year a man awards back. Yeah, a hand over in any base of man the health sector man you need a hand over man the health sectors. It's the 2 chip compounds.
Okay.
One at the market and one so they La Bonita clinic.
Okay.
So every hospital and every chip compound be like in one canopy, 10 chairs, and 1 motorcycle.
Wow.
Yes. And wings maybe chinazo before 5,000. Yeah, it's shell man. So one motor one canopy one and be at 10 with plastic tables. So one. Ever money. The chip compounds.
Okay. Okay. So no kama e holozro our Domiabra electoral area.
And another thing like a valebe Nkutabu so if you got it. Makakambe bowale
okay.
Okay. And one thing so a hana like every community me work can be Domiabra electoral area mummy but okay with more blono maybe as one and anke for what dream madam as I mean a bill as a personal community account.
Okay.
But account went to Bobo and as account is in Keme honorable a manager.
Okay.
They have appointed some maybe community members to be able more they are head of the account. Valuable most budget in
Okay. So that is what happened Almane our Domiabra electoral area. The anuma for Jokoche West Coast presenter. May you turn for unique about Ikamaya. Are you done with that? So that's all about the presentation. Highlights my whole is working. But Mamuiza as citizen, okay, a bit more as on the zoo. Kawajuni Creole, far as the Juma, the lemon whole is Domiabra.
Okay, for me, Mlawone. Assembly member, this kind of inhibiting. This is my first time as an assembly member. As a meaning with citation, my man, member, money or monk account budget and a chief helping of the head sector. That was my first time on Mamu assembly member. As in from my community. That was my first time. I haven't seen some before.
Allow as a dear kudos to Honorable Joseph Kwam, Assembly Member for Domiabra Electoral Area. Yenibe Cosmos ya sale ewo studio keshi. Mamhoezuna mema kwaba. But the mema kwaba so ni biza ma ehwalezro ewo Domiabra Electoral Area akene. Mladia message here he will send to other assembly members because akrama holizo Kenya indeed nekeke it did more iswine it did more is a ke yaboa ye pushy more other assembly members at local governance but that's all beka implicated anyway more akwaba
Yeah,
one only kapa watali no le ba
la what's it?
ndem ke weekend ya ahole ondezo wa ni zali ondezo pa
Ke mu ke sam ko on Saturday.
oh
Nti
okay
idike oza sadala ye aye edede mo mu.
come on that's one ondezo but man meant mom
Awa on the Saturday.
Saturday.
I mean, Saturday no.
oh sorry Sunday
Sunday.
mohole Monday and money
Na te mu am hasala kaka mu am hasala bi make le say yanko Cosmos ye late. Mu work dada. Kama no hasala mu work kwanza na program start.
nje but mamu show is aham sa
I understand. Yeah, ma'am, some pake ni make cry to care Cosmos the late kama.
maza mad manzuni ni ntimo
Mamu de mi yana kumdu mam zinzam ye manzuni so.
amo mi sa fata so pa but I will got to do my manzuni so
Oh, kama ga me ede me mizi ebi okele pe manzuni. Mami em dem dike mpe manzuni.
njo but ke wanya dumai enti
Na mami I wish ke ngokwepo ye for be certain duma be but you age more better because they are descending now then.
about that's
they
sa questions of duma
They oh.
akwa so affidavit
You know why mom? Oh, you ask ya. The Kamada, ne Minman Bolua, they have a lot of influence on
environment
you. Yes. Because if you are more, do my po come pay you. But more, you have no right to tell my no papa, what time mobile will okay. But my was it was as it poke you exist. Until care you become conscious of yourself. Never more demand that. Inti Yamia Wadumana but environment my way. Duma. Religion your money ni indoctrination ya baba wulani. Me I'm one person who is not so fixated on religion. Me dim ten kanya work. I was brought up to attend church. I agree with all those things, but my religion gidi because madake say one vindeli a Muslim and like Islamic dominated country, I would have been a Muslim. If I had been in a Buddhist nation and I would have been a Buddhist. Nikunume the Buddhist camp as if you have been a Christian dominated country like Ghana, like I say a Christian. It I don't want to hold the flag of religion so tight. Midi yamni midi. And yamene kanke nkramwa ba obede where they you train mind. Jesus ye mam to me media. It ends there. My bad religion no more giddy because some vinden come on a Christian come a Christian.
yeah
Into some of these things.
mukra kasa pepeni but anyway
I admire Nkramoma is so much. There are people that I have a lot of respect for them.
oh yeah they are good people
Oh yeah. So come create. My friend be me a dakentampo ba is tamale. Scampala with US. Come create. I keep telling her ke Nkramoma but the entirely different when you compare Nkramoma or Ameyeki to Nkramoma or not. I had a Muslim guy in my class. Not knowing he was a brilliant guy in my class. No, I be like easy. Do you know why I think I be lazy? Now lecture create I'm here PGPJ so I can be. You school man he almost had first class. Your holy HOD can hear Pachabella. A year they be na boy in your first class. Ne HOD be like a year man like. UGPA is 0.02. Emma in your first class. You didn't get it. Inti imi on nyai. Imi on how because final year project like the result is out. Inti over result we na kana. My guy na first. He's a brilliant guy but he doesn't talk.
Oh yeah, Muslims indeed. My very good friends and best friends are Muslims.
So one time he organized a class na mala now. He took center stage. Like he is a question he make it clear. Then somebody asked, How come ke yako general class I don't talk? Don't call him Malambo or Kenintia. He speaks in front of Male only at mosque.
Oh, okay.
Is that
Okay.
the
Anyway, let's come down to my Hollisdora or the Miabra electoral area for Ojokoche Keke. Will only be a change. First time ever be a change.
more me anti-book and myself for a fast but me I go you quit you. You were so off. I do fast some oh Melemanza.
Oh, okay. But first, okay, and that do my the university.
No, Andala. I can't imagine you do my. There are a lot of them more. They are not gender specific.
Yeah.
They are the more because of 13, because of 13. Indeed, yeah, on Sunday, unfortunately, my craminya one me finde no more. But I should have gone there with for some but my craminya one me finde no more. That project more honorable black and the program more honorable black yeah. Looking at the report more, yeah, brother Prosper Elema yeah. It tells a lot of things. Can't Prosper say man, either Unduzo lecture area, yeah, the lecture area. He has never seen a thing of that sort. You see, yeah, you can compare the electoral area say straight away, yeah, it's a bit difficult because some electoral area boka it nzuro ye bepeya nzuro because that small community betia boka ina kaina ka electoral area boka meja so nzuro aranize po e connect pipe nti se mam da bioka atwoma na musum frɛ nzuro mam kono if sale me compare agona electoral area assembly member na akaka wo bi wodu nzuro okay mo le turu nzuro okay you might make some mistakes kanka ye ban Hunter West constituency the electoral areas more say kanka in constituency or urban constituencies yeah or rural constituencies in the urban constituencies be the category proper the MP there are a lot of things more elefe is a police kwakeye tell me ohane more major road me or tackle the constituency inside my the baba. On one they will be talking about will be on one street, some street be more a certain area, be more if you okay or zero to do nti, many more by the cars. But the major roads will be done by government. Here poke MP ko ye gidi. Accra. Abani Accra. Ako odododio na their major challenge will be a fini rather than on one because the major roads more cars could do as baba. Baby oka kona be oka balokra bekeya. The same way when you put that urban constituency and rural constituency into a Hunter West ya agona nkwanta agona nda ne abonwa may probably be urban electoral areas of that sort. Anymore that urban electoral area they will need it to be a little bit different from anymore the rural electoral area because ordinarily honorable black electoral area more you are for classroom and when you say a bit difficult because electoral areas there which work is rain and my certain you work a lot to see. Do you get it? I for the be quota if you keep 3.1 keep 3 point if you when you offer by donation if you have classrooms near you and nti assembly member pu e wanze ke solve ozonye ni chicken by the time I can get time more comfortable ke eche moto ne ne za etenapo endima ba wo ma yepuma bodui. Do you get it? Nti se ka ke yele nyenima ye straight away vis-a-vis yela compare ya we may be making some mistakes. That said ne once one young ka be pushy working we will definitely be asking questions ke kize if you call them it's not up to the level of this particular person there, but that's why you be. You get it? So motorbikes, motor for an assembly member to give out motorbike. It will man
motor and you say motor in Kebezabe Zukwana Kaya. They went to head directorate.
Okay.
Ibembe can you name Zebe Kabeyabama Domia Beretria. It's a Kazadia. It also be the and the main boko was it. My back benle motor. Until the motor was from head directly through
Okay.
honorable.
So this is leadership.
Mm.
This is leadership because your assembly members or other electoral areas. But can't get say I was one I am one person who strongly believe in something, and me wo SHS here, me senior be ne the dining hall prefect Teddy. Ihano Jukubike, all that you need to do is to ask questions. Go there and tell them, okay, me de me won more e dey na there. Okay, me na dey akwa akabaka maame a. Nti I'm one person who does not shy away from asking, okay, the be me here. Me na dey akabaka maame a, and okay, the be me here. Me na dey e won more mama me many than stuff like asking questions, probing them those stuff. If you okay for assembly member, but easy poke e head directorate possible problem might be made but be e ho e wo exam ba ba e dey ba ma. Akoko ya ni moto ba jipo ngade jinjiko. Me yelenya yele chele. Nti ye cha ye kama bi le ba but me ye fancy we le dey share e be le shine. That is leadership. Leadership is all about actions, taking innovations. Black is one person I really admire so much because in the run up to a back contest for assembly member, he sent me a document. More in him came here a document in mind. Now me make his suggestions and a contribution to the document. One of the major things many were documenting is to establish also waste collection yes. He had a whole plan, like he had a whole plan for assembly member man Ipeke from buying a UA for the electoral areas to buying certain things to starting also a business. He had a document for wow. So he had a plan.
And through as a Owura connections. Now the Domiabe community, they have their own Aboboya. Now it take the communities Owura to the Owura Keziri. And that Aboboya on Abunike de Bekeke as Aboboya me say on touch ma mezes come on. That's I think with my most baby. That money here you use it for service. In terms of have a community square for service of Aboboye. In this camp, say is okay one. Me correct can like a scamp Aboboye me. The communities there the Bodua be mo de blabo into communities there. Me it was true that already lane yeah my being as a for one Aboboye.
Yeah, boy. Although we joke some years ago, one of the issues many did so bad, so terrible, was although we issue. And it took a certain honorable Joseph Kwam T. Black to resolve also issue. Somewhere 2014, Nimu in marriage fresh. Nimu create or simpa. Nam Holly Rico Magalia, massa. Cargo station Kenny. Ula. Like Ula go. No, we cry bank way for cargo station half you. Yem do that picture. As far back as 2014, yem do that picture. Yem yane then honorable Dofia na number. Yem val picture sem bam zene ya. Nti mam zene ni ilal masi him ke. De bela mo muluwa street na mkon bela na mudana banzen na mo hya adwene mzie Jordan. You get me. Me said I'm was a date to tell you when more. Manaka before then me mahake anything about the ball line. But as at 2014, we had issue with baller. Baller issue. It then more assembly MCs need DCs mobile mu abila quarries of nkun. They had to take a certain honorable black. Domia brother account and buy back kwahwani ni for one half of come on bala yellow one ne fa one half.
Maka Domia brother meda.
Nti memazi.
If I could go for Tefiale more, because I be the ale basha.
Etendene educate Tefi.
When you hand poko wrote Tefiale anymore.
But I had to take the innovation of a certain honorable black to resolve also in there. I'm gonna yenny also issue doc. Yenny also challenge doc. Assembly member. Into the camera you cannot compare assembly members the mobile year for bay electoral area vis-a-vis because of the difference in the situation and conditions. See, we can still ask the assembly member. They should take inspiration from Nimed. But that should be it.
Okay.
Because he just like visible muala. Ke yellow code the cable agona and that. Ke your assembly members asa. Agona udokun agona na da ma agona da kun eye. Is it being replicated in the two other electoral areas? The answer is no. Abonwa is equally an urban community electoral area, just like Kofrea. Agona. You ask yourself, the Yenimo assembly members working, is it the same as it happening work here? Conditions might be a little bit different, but you ask yourself, those electoral areas, assembly members there.
So clearly, I think this should send a signal to assembly members. It come on that can communities also not be and challenge. Yeah, more in here. But I think my honorable should send signals that look, it is all about leadership, and that at the assembly member is not necessarily la assembly, la MCs, la MPs, la government. This is local government. Governance at the very local level. And indeed, it's about mobilizing the people to make sure they solve the challenges and the problems working. So I think that it become compare to electoral area, but I think so leaders is about money up to solve situations here. I don't think we'll have to even be relying so much on central government.
So you go back and you know how. Meantime, central government zike debe ilekwa ke yemu. Meantime, there's something called decentralization. Decentralization ke agane me wangana. Iva gazi. Iva biega sekendi. Iva biega agonoda. Agonoda pobashiche said that iva biega was zones because you have coffee or zonal council working. And sana are zones to yaga electoral area. Meantime, electoral area assembly member is as your coffee minimum unit committee man. Nti made the least and the lowest level of hierarchy when it comes to your governance structure. Ya. Nti abila me and we ye di anjikan. Iba bonuma assembly so ye di anjikan. Ibonu ne region so ye di anjikan. Ni won money Ghana mo ye di anjikan. Na my kind ke honorable black. If I ye ni me ye. JC's bolo computer mu echebio computer pu me shele ase ne motorbikes to the chip compounds na de o ye va ozonye ni la assembly member me wo ebi oka electoral area A mo so ye similar thing me wo electoral area B me so ye similar thing me kan maka similar me naka the same similar because condition and situations and that abila similar thing to solve identified problems me wo those electoral areas ya kenanka it can help Bonua and that as a whole, and can enter West as a whole. You can hear unit can assembly that's one as a bigger body in the message they make quite a year. Per bridges there, it tunes work in years, any in her more. So within certain year, you development to certain level. And some are another spoil the me a karaka.
But you see, for me, my honorable T Black, look. I'm beginning to believe we the citizens at the local level is say you can care your money. Mahanipo central government for your here bepo. Amaze
we can
say
we can see a
you get it. Assuming domia by electoral area, it be a project be. Na you more thing ye day I want to, and of course with more honorable T Black definitely say it can care ye levy a biela ne avia ye project models people have already seen the leadership in Zealand.
So I am one person who strongly believe everything starts and ends with leadership. Yeah, many argue care leadership is one nula. But kai honorable black. Na you use honorable black as biology I say or specimen like the object under investigation. You use honorable black as a case study. Honorable black is nula. The leadership mele my is it not from be measure my as a leadership. Exactly. So for me, I strongly believe everything starts and ends with leadership because no matter how poorly behaved we are, you dispose waste anyhow. We dare not do that military barracks and a very clean police barracks. And I'm there. Yes. Rather it happen police and military barracks. It is leadership. Yes. Ghana ni. I can say Ghana mame Berlin Malazo by it's all force on and rise and force on leadership. Say abiyezu de kebeba na eba to ke West Coast ye premise ke owulale lad kebela. Nikuni diale the person has every right to drop owula the kebela me zepe. But yeah, ekizedi clean the bila alila one is the bila the fine. Ozo I drop it the poor the kebepo. You will be very careful. Until everything starts and falls with leadership. My kind you have an assemblyman, electoral area. Say leadership the baba certain you need work out. Sakura together with umbambani or community man. But the square be yeni well. But answer nani, Uzao as a leader, you need to have a plan. After the plan, you need to have track record, competence. Are you trustworthy? Assembly member maybe okay, but the square by farmer. More, you are so much visited on KD square half. I was several times. There's no way more leader can lead many. Ko use square project more ebie lefale sound. Make a KB lefale sound one. Say yakokodo yeni water mami di electoral area you know. Ya shokwana mko some nunzuro jikin won mo. Some tali ebe midi won mo. Ya haka nemo electoral areas you call ya useni fa call hotel. But ya shokwana electoral area ya bozumawa. Nti akọ de kakuma akọ ya. Abaka kre electoral area ke mohole modole seka one pack mede 50 Ghana na ke 70 Ghana. Malem dike mameni no ka akọ ke mentimo akokeli kwa ale ka ka development we electoral area ma avabie donzuru avabie do. Kama de mauna ke bioka Samia mena na eja de be mkom diale. Into those things are understandable. But if your project is educated in the 15 cities, more as an assembly member, early 7 cities. Benyan, na mo square kake cha, ozanko 7 cities ikagaoka. That has been the problem with us all this while you. Into the electoral area, Mami, I'm one person who strongly believe with the electoral areas in men. Any small community see. I conquer Brumbuni be small community yahora initiative proper project but yahora ye develop. Meanwhile, so zao ade bi mo adino hale unhanele la unyenile la hwanu no. Oh, ba me emu ya la. Area me we bridge be me is a waki o. Me na de ekokra. Before then, you've already identified many be more the baby be sandwich king. Mami, I'm one person who strongly believe Kenya mene yamma was more just for giving you squam more. Emma was come on, most make a mark or haka baby called ward kakumada. Until you have you a bioka de kakumada many care 6 bioka more educable sen. Ava plan the proper budget with the band many more. Bridge more ye many more cross bridge the baba. Na ye can care ya it is there. More ordinary hello, it de care I need the mom, between school earlier quan. Private person each nanke or those come over and they secretary 3 no hale. I don't know bridge cost it to be okay 12,000. Then 12,000 more as a be more educated and sana okay. Some come support 1,000, some come support 2,000, some come support 1,500. Nearly le more. If you can carry near 4,000. It is compare has and I 8,000 because I got 12,000. 8,000 never money my minimum. Ya sade kofa eize ya hobeke ma bo mu ban han ba saze oskomo ye nyane from azomeni mede nti be amyeso asmane o ka yenya oskwamede ze mane ba kwakwa hwe bon nsoro na ade mu a wa akobeke oh ye de be mede ze with no halo proper budget ne proper project plan. See what some of these things. But assembly members I elepe de make a yenti de below squanike. The below squanike. No squai I can you wena. Come in one better canela. Some of these things yeah well ebi oka okay and the assembly members be didn't come out to understand certain situation because yeah mama I seriously don't get it.
Well, but I think you've nailed it that everything falls and rises with
Leadership
leadership. When your leadership baba indeed aloko one you know one yeni benya relevant professor say John yeah has style it was West Coast TV kishi studio kishi it created and that university mode Bedibonso Senior High Technical School. So one more kwaba.
Yeah, I'm already.
Mwamuno.
Oh, I'm not doing you.
One so Africa print in new labor sa.
Kadiara.
I swear. It more our balanka mbaman mabala mo.
Okay. Ekma hanepa meti.
Hanepa. Okay, ayamo yeah.
Na kali kumeti bakama pono meti.
Na ko Mr. Ede de ma wo bala nka ba man.
Yim ko kumeti bakama pono.
Mo bala menti yebo. O me ne bala fo ma bala ma msam cha.
Meti. Yim ko kumeti bakama pono.
Ne ede ye.
Yim ko kumeti bakama pono.
Anyway, yo. Mr. Wana we apke.
Yeah, one go for ya. Adwagodi. Adwagodi e bani wuram ze.
Oh, okay. Adwagodi me ona. I advert soon. You
na. Mem kan di ma mo ya ma Adn ya member ko ane. Adn. Enjo. Ke ye bani zada ke bani la cosmos beti.
Na ke ADN member ko.
Maybe ADN the Hunter Development Network.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Bernard and Aquisi.
Oh, okay.
You could man.
Oh,
yeah, member ko ye. E bani wura me.
Oh, motor pa.
Imalen mo.
We have kawaba. We have kawaba. And
meti mekaba ne sam say ya twen ne bana ya wo ejumel lawo e dia bi ma isamu aka isamu aka pa meti wan ma mzema adwa patience say azia imamla ay kokobode hawa ya kazi kokobode kazi
email ejiba
okay
tiji abela ndoko.
Oh, it's a very nicely
Azia
nti adwa wane back ya kan bo sa tiji mo okay meti yede de keleche West Coast apra back ekmaru akiso a aton dia boto meti iske ya na
trainer online marketing scape and indeed and the biggest online media mele West Coast TV nti trainer and but one we have kapa and adwa godi yakambu twazola na ye baba na anda mane eva da mababa eva evia Sir John one yedi nkomobe efa local governance and it has to do with Domiabra electoral area. I don't know weekend my year now the busy so my shock have followed, but we are talking about an electoral area. More assembly member have done certain donations to a electoral area. We are talking about 2 cheap compounds more abiola in your motorbikes. We are talking about 2 cheap compounds more abiola in your canopies. We are talking about 2 cheap compounds more abiola in your set of chairs. Ne weighing scale ne the thermometer ne omaka mo before take vitals ne omaka kan. Aside that is one ehura identify many be electoral area more babazo in front of the whole community, and we're talking about Domiabra electoral area led by Honorable T. Black. As that's all a banner or run there before Nanka Akodomiabra, the more Chukania and Kadomiabra di Male Boura, and as a young is a thing of the past. One discussion we have it like when it comes to governance, okay, And when it comes to local governance, say yenya the right mix of leaders to be assembly members here, we will not even need central government to even cry upon to call for what you call development. Amazeza ya kanya yo bonua say ya kora ya mponu dole ba ya various community. That is a discussion more you have. You pake the wadwene briefly on that.
Yo, I'm zoom the room waiting one na don't kabla on there. You see, Domia Black. That's more Domia Black electoral area. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
It's unfortunately came more core programming because weekends there ne academic work benti ne yamam kura be finde ne ade. Na akra bi de ke yedi black. Yedi black. Ede ebiemo ede visionary leader. Transformational leader. Yeah, another number of a servant leader. A lead bad a buy in the form of servant.
Serving.
It's seven.
It's some.
Meti our it be a black a electoral area. The make was work brane and working. Okay, a uchinomo near there. I'm not surprised ke young more young way no. Say ke minimum kake agenda setting ya. Okay, the medical black say is care prepare for higher political leader be because it be more he believe in links. And black do is care are connected. And truth be told, your assembly members work more, they are not connected. The highest form of connection by assembly and if you are not connected in this world there, you can't get anything for your people. But through collaboration and it be black idijima na yeah me di mo yakake for sentibenti most of activities mahram ko bi na dem ne kamera ban ne sa no motin ya fian ban motin ya fe na de ya fe temada the guy has vision. Black has vision. Il vision meti me kan like other assembly members motin it is yaele ekma mo we ma me kake ma me anya amre e wara mze motin die but aba mze amze motipe my vawor ma me kama vawor brother bania bitma brother bania ke anya amre be original ka be mo eskim sum libo ekan he is my light. Not in terms of a spiritual aspect but I mean you had me away he is my light meti iye de ba ya emashi but I can't meto misike enyamre wore ke bebe zire ka be ke ye light na me you resume bi na ye on de bi yako so I have never for once ke bi ambre de bu ma ye machine misike me ye where I think we disagree we have a nice way of talking about it. Okay. Meti, yeah, but that's what the assembly member. And you see what the guy is doing. Master, you can also tell him, oh, I say, I didn't know what you meant, Chebium Nanaso, baby, mechanic, come agree. And I can even say, credible more crying by, oh, this is what I want to do. Brother, me, that's your mechanic. So that at least at the end of the day, it will not be Domiabra. It will be Ahanta West. So that the focus will not be on Domiabra and one or two places, but entire Ahanta West. You see, there for development, so far as more the nation, we need central government because we have to classify development to major and minor. The minor ones, once I'm the engineer, it's clear. When you hit the right nail, using a program is collaborative resource management. When you have the limited resources here, and the people that by your interest and by the interested stakeholders who also can. How do you collaborate with them to ensure that small resource may you'll be able to put into maximize to maximize it and maximum use. And I think that Black is actually hitting that area very well.
Black is actually hitting that area very well, and indeed, this is a bit more. That's on a word Domiabra electoral area, and those are his views and comments. Manga message more area Facebook is on Yanma Benya Anaka Nibenya George Kujo Kane. He say, congratulations to Honorable T. Black on the remarkable work you have done. Your dedication and commitment are bringing real transformation to the electoral area and improving the lives of the people. I encourage other assembly members to emulate his leadership style. And when the cosmos, everything rise and fall with leadership. But my Yazuma, John Mosso Ehane Kreke. Yezuma, other assembly members say Yezuma, na de baba ye bosuma. So I can say ye cover Joliemo ye di efale me holizo Domiabra Sunday ye cover ye kala Julia. Na ezia ye dane ye one ya bas ye for sure ye to wozolo.
It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV, grounded, brave, it's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This is where stories breathe, where truth finds light. From news to culture, from the village to the world, we cover what matters. We speak what others won't. West Coast TV. Grounded. Brave. It's ours. It begins on the coast where Ghana greets the sea. In the heart of a hunter, voices rise with purpose. This
Mema akwaba the confirm by West Coast TV. Coastal Morning Show ye one ye was ma ye let's me Ghana money ye titru and that money. One yes be ban okay na indeed. Ma anda keshime say ale three duma de ma ne ke banzo mo wa. Ebojima pa is there duma has am if you da aleka need ka be but bebre for Sub-Zero one ya hasale medicabela work radio and oja West Coast TV media dicabela nka mo and eneke ebane communications one in fact ebo enwo model as sola akwazajo in fact edo salevram camera na manyalaje mbaga lene ebane media ma beti ni jeladia indeed akwakania sharp wadu adebela na ye evamo alani mi yale media ko wem say won yap kapa na ye eso menezo Sub-Zero kane so okay do celebram alaje manya but mbara one Sub-Zero ya hayasa ewo West Coast TV studio keshe mama ya kwa Sub-Zero akwaba
nyanu ya mbada
aboko
pote ya mizi adome pote da so
adome ebie biza ke duma Sub-Zero ezonaka
lo wase Sub-Zero tamanu mo koskuri nindi mpe Mortal Kombat wala pa
okay
inti sombuzuku madare mo la Mortal Kombat game to timbela so Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero dini me enye sipa inti me so na metepia
okay
inti timbela mpadi so bele mo wole bela fa Sub-Zero eja ozanje kan kutin yojuru form 2 kan ko school go to form 2 na say ya ba form 3 ya ya za me ba for BEC I could be a very nickname bara.
Yeah.
Into Mansum the way Sabzuri. James no, man, I was some use Sabzuri find me nickname. Into a canary version 20 Sabzuri start game to school time.
Okay.
Into Drendre, even teachers scraping. John Aponsa score for my
because all do man kasa de John Aponsa. Oh, okay.
Me woman gonna carry so carry
Okay. But me put them am na telechi. Sub-Zero nkote.
Me popular name ya.
Oh, okay.
Na one is my was be for akoye kezema avama me. Mukavazro mkezema Dr. Mahundu Bawumia. Na mzima party leadership wanda okay. Me led by the chairman concern. Na mvidu market sumba ma yes sister organization ketia. Yami adumia equal for MPP Regional Women's Organizer.
Yeah.
Yebon Pike inshallah next 2 weeks selection course one Anta West K. You hope ke Anta West amezi host programming inshallah mujidi ke yes sister organization ketia yami adumi. Yes the whole Western region. This is the first time you been a balako bala kama may present for Western region. Because the minimum delegate more to Cameroon Swan, Sister Augustine Katia. It was as a women's organizer for Anta West constituency. So this is the time I can be minimum team. You PM Echo, neck represented for Western region as a regional women's organizer because you remember what Batari, it must say Teto. Because MPP is a peculiar power 28 there. It's came remember your social, remember Tinda mouth of the table. Team because the delegate mutual by me ake na mbasumbo ozo opportunity zo yamane pa elechebela amaso se ko promise be na promise me there min bibri opportunity na de mkobozo opportunity because ma anta star girl dodo ba freke tunduni min dodo men bibri ba freke jawu wani de kamera o me itemene sister one misama sonoko for good support ma alabua ame mabuni yamni jiro kezi na yamni jiro Minismo bo media team wa tun be ejima ya me jira be because Scamper West Coast TV be sent ile dikabela inte bon pa ka ba yes time me raso ba TV so na bi re chimi TV station e ku TV na me zima ndama na no me raso ba large Scamper BT West Coast TV no wase for za akonya so
la wase pa and talking about Yalma Bale Nketia indeed she's a very decent woman. Me yearly our program to our go face last week, and when I have the communication, I really saw that yes, this is a very decent woman more. So and my more thing, and you see, Scape, we are getting to the point more. Politics is about links in more boho soroke. Boho soroke ni bakabere the bakabaka ma. And so I think I agree with you, case okay delegate member especially and that for your support your firma your mame na yahura yele as a dible yavema and that money and I'm going to be yale wo program our go face and indeed she's a very decent woman so I think kudos but modern na support bela masaka from belane baba so kudos let's put aside as a NDC MPP be hand but indeed say a baka and amaze ye there if we be but those ma think and amasaka support bela masaka firma belane
mother Abraham kake both MPP and NDC we are not enemies me fa your brother ACN tama your pa JDM what abazuke for Kofa Sankofa Gold Mines e kaya data wakani anu moti anileli nti se ame MPP my opposition na se me NDC ni in opportunity ma desire me fike serve good people wa andake nti ozola na se nyame adome na e kan delegate ba woni ma dem ojidi ke so far as ma me host wo Anta West kidi me se second ozola de na se me so represent for Western region this is the time even Anta West delegate when you come by Maria bichimesa if you want to one ogologo na but the papa ba de ba no so no sameso yen bi wo your region ke anaka ya anda ke meso ke gina for MPP regional women's organizer dey school motive for good support but you can't people for support because say we know the election if ke you know me hands blane organizing ke wo charisma me sekwa for boma for 2028 election me ko ni ya easy ava mai nti yesambe
enwunia anda mane ye enwunia
amen
so I think that is that so that is Yaluma Sub-Zero anake de benya Sub-Zero one me de tike eduma anake brofo eduma de John Amponsa Sub-Zero me mela me wa ke say awanda man na tele chide a take banza mo bo wa Sub-Zero so yeah Saletejuma that is etidingly Ziojo Farisco can indeed so apeke look kama look nice here indeed for career Kenny. He's also part of the communication team for the NPP. Menwane ya ebahna ya wana yearly ajolia. Uzasola Yaluma Samuel Obin, the NDC communication member Ahanta West constituency. That's if I want events you can Bodo Ezo Ma as deputy communication officer for the NDC Ahanta West constituency. One Eyaha Sale. Mama Yakwaba Nibe.
On my those
Waboko Ramanu.
I'm not doing it.
And Baba.
Bambi Hilo. Young Canchero.
What's up, most more Oka Library to ne dezo.
Aba. Pasala medio, but my home what die. Terrible and what day Yamasa. What day Yamasa.
Oh, okay. One the Labocor there.
I'm not the Labocor, NDC Labocor, and that Labocor. Ilua and Baba my auntie, and that Labocor.
Okay. All right. Ilua and Baba my auntie, and that Labocor. One not there, a Julia Bellia. Your belly constitutional review committee report my government white paper anaka my government ya dwene ekire anaka mele dan mo me ya data no ya woni ya was more yele bazume ba na mrade ye e Kenya. So Ghana constitutional review 13 key reforms backed by government. 13 key reforms backed by government. Okon is a presidential term extended. Scape say parliament data more ya referendum ya masake ya yebela scape yezike abedi president ya our 4-year term but scape constitutional review ma baba proposal barake ya increase from 4 years to 5 years ama arane iledan more ke ya yezo azasola parliamentary term so maso equal 5 years. Currently, say about the MPR, you go for 4 years, but constitutional review be rebadjune carry 5 years. Government is so it done more. As that's all. Age limits. Age limits. Apaka about the president. Ewa keshia. Ewa your constitution nini na the 40 years. Constitution need the 40 years. But scape but this another constitutional review will propose ke yara 35 years ama arane another cabinet so ile idan mo na president ya do tax but constitutional review committee create president a salary allowances ne benefit more inyane iseke itua ozlo tax ama arane da so ye madia ile idan mo azasula it's a fixed election date. Fixed election date. Okay. And they are proposing it should be somewhere around November, so that by November here do my so that December now transitional process is more a worker. Ministers capped. Scape say ye day tanua at the angania alako cover ministers more than 60. Maximum 60 akava be kavakara. Attorney General separated from Ministry of Justice. And this said by you as Attorney General, in fact, you are separated from Ministry of Justice. Parliament so many do must cape kohora yakayibe. So you there Malay tanua. It should be 300. 300 we are looking at 276 constituency and MPC. Ngale will be by appointment. So we are looking at youth, we are looking at disabled. Just like Yekra Maleson, So we'll use that one to do woman empowerment. As a solar, we are also looking at dual citizen to contest. Menti yabake our abrochi, our America, na are the citizen okay. As a solar the citizen wa Ghana keshia. Praying say our dual citizen ya mala ma mohane ke isake achina as MP anaka isake be your minister anaka isake be your way there be mala ama or mohane. But Constitutional Review Committee led by Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh Bozunzu ke dual citizenship ekula yamadia ichina na indeed but dezo ama as MP. We are saying this because the Chadibela yenibenya jachi question inkulumeli lene court waligwali because ke na either dual citizenship. Death penalty abolished. Yawo tanbo kamo akoya malakre ke bohun bebezi ya janu skape bosunzu ke azadie ya yi wo akanakra this year to be elected and skape yaba anda keshia this is amze and ma mani muati sa yato ezo mma anti like currently dear more ne ya appointed DCE efa emaya azasula citizen-led amendment say constitution ni manabo woni mo na say indeed mo krana say malaide malama ebua awuzwa as citizen omo hia ka ya MP omo hia ka minister omo hia ka ya president wozwa akrofa town zuke azamalayi musunzuke yazinza Chief Justice fixed term. Chief Justice must be appointed you serve a term of 10 years. What 10 years actually quality is that land. And these are highlights of Constitutional Review Committee report. Ma ane ile idanumo mo wane ya wazimo ya lebazome anda mane ya wazedia mane midide many mama 1 year sa haba studio keshe mide badwene biele badwene wewo ma ane eva area ntoma me sheto ewo mini be sub-zero zo na mamu wozule muati abwe etofa ka wadwene krewa with time say code more one by one but is there more ka wadwene krewa
mbada mlawasi debri for zo akonya dokuma mama na mo communication director Honorable Barnabas won ya zugu aditi ni semese no ko for ozo akonya me vema na me zima mbada me dam peke because ejima me communication ye fa pa nti say e ko for deputy qualifier
communication officer
NDC minimum about why because I me ko TV zo ko radio zo I me ye fa indika bi zo anu ya wuro no mo nti say mbada say ko for deputy communication you can about why
okay
na senior medical man high mind me qualifier dikabo kan me president me disagree because even USA come the chuma keze me design bo constitution kreke bo 4 years bo kwa problem ni kani you look your drama ever man here pe JDM even is there qualifier proper program is ke be ye magani ese scape de mekani the mekani ne mo not there no so wabowo the national security bazo no na so ye banda kia ye ba ho election ni promise ke zema man me and man even be say everybody and baba hwe na bo no babara keep 3 point e pe JDM ni am me bisu go kokole Bijan keep 3 point by your campaign solid against New Patriotic Party but current one not in the scam pere in eleni be di qualifier anniversary me de nanano mene
Hunter
heritage
month
road me teme ba do am ye pa JDM ni ma me bisu ko bisu ozo road me ske budu boko keep 3 point ka kana ske be ke bro ske budu bodu akene ba bodu back pass isika al immediate man mo ruo ozo road is no bon woni ya ka ka me fika TV train na adumi TV na de super ko show national TV no ma ka amba ka ye ma me you would say skamba am ye pa JDM ko anda ane so skamba na so bodu akene that is very card ko be come boy me anda me nti akende me I'm near adwene.
More than 4 years.
4 years, 5 years.
5 years.
Near adwene because is there yet in unibo. Me to papa for 5 years here.
And to my figure 5 years is only 2 months.
5 years is in 2 months. But me, damn part of 4 years. Me forget for me at no unibo. Sako I deliver.
Okay. Okay. I have said the coin more and be I junior.
Oh, the man by adwene dokole what do you call it? Also MC MD this now is about be. The care at the balapaka a contest here. Also me if I say a hadwene bebre iske ibunkonumo because me fike ibunkonumo malabarason ba wa farmer or politician you know because a parliament malabara chicken be. So this is the time school bukunumo you minimum malama sabio be opportunity ba ka kaza ba manane. It's come on, be now if a power by as I did, me say hadwene. Into kind of smam near hadwene. Yeah, the customer now some in the kaya hadwene kele. Also, MMD seems about called BTMI. As again, and I could for the time. If I like Hanky Peke, remember Bekai MC and a DC, it's about to Yama. You mean this member that was a Bukusifa? No, also Melody you did now. Yeah, Pajid was on no. May a product about men and Kufado. Also, propose a Bavare. It was only dear fine. On say some more, but you can also indicate politically there's a book will matter. It's your current you may know the competent man. So about 7 money at the tour. I kind of mom must support 100%.
Okay, but with your support, this is the modalities as a our core appointed government, that is the ruling government. So is a many 5. Now I have vetting. There's a many 5. At the end of the day, sabe yin more many 3. There's a many 3, yeah, and that's a found that share. There's a many and the mamo team, but a codo, betty ma, naba MC or a Kenya.
Good.
Kawaju, why do you clear one? Because a be a cricket, Nika still up for it is the same thing in la care near a point because definitely. If it is MPP government, MPP government is a quite appointed NDC need beke era now for vetting. It's the same party la.
I can't just say a buzzer there, Malay fair. It's you open. If a man like a semi man election man, a minimum of contest. First, the parties announcement, I can't care, but you can, I can't party be, you will be mother. It is a bunkumo, but no couldn't subject you can say, one for my capacity money. Nasa. President Zeba Bonte, Minyasaka Balidi as a MC, Mfike, self a problem with brave money. Because even in Hunter was okay. Hunter was a Bonte engineer Kofi. Clan development, the previous government, legacy work. Scamper not in the scamper, eh? You remember nursing, Bowie. You remember medicals, doctors, Messabu, Bepe, Ejimabaka. Project Kizima or Bokromeda, and no one. You see. You pay engineer Kofi, the Yama with Kuka Bisu, and that's a Labano medical UT, Bepage member Kaya, can't buy but also bad was a can, Uncle unemployment was ready. Even a market from our Guanda Boys was made the payment bottom there, carry Yan carry sugar bizu. You move to Kunikwane. One about your market come a yellow canny. You may say party near and that, a Labano was a pa. That's about was what can I can find that. In Jacob, by maybe only the year 2017. As a Sangwa Secondary School, I can the forest, more Rutia canny, but led by MPP no, Lemo School can a casket, Telecan quiet, into what cake, but when a kind of canny, but I should be Dominus or Sangwa Secondary School, not in there. Scamper not in the Sangwa Secondary School, Cagema. In this case, a difference motivated, honey. No one could move by banker by you properly. There's message you, but my man is used to me, no Bacamada, but presenting. And I can do both MPP and this, but the kitchen when I say, as long as I say, me could you say, you were crowd of Sevier and there, Mifke idioki. Not the customer I as a Chief Justice there, Miss Boloco 10 years. I can't even have been baby. But the meaning by economy, by Miss Economy, in Tiba Pacaba years, such a way. By catching you must go by some other. I'm saying people say I can work it more. Messake come on, you may well do it to Yazoni, see I can. Because I'm not in there. As get first of Gazella, lad be done. Lad be done. Scamp I'm not in there. Petrol says something. Mercer, but I so be the so. Yes, I had a banana mobuni, and I can Ghana say 100. Now, couldn't look at any being increased here. Near Queen and a case, madam. Inti also Chief Justice the member support ko 10 years me. I can me so many ahane aya adwene. Inti ahane the whole back na they come 5 years by here. You also follow also 5 years there. If you your paper na ma both political parties go more to ba the bonto because I tell ko 10 years here. Say had been baby. Me tell ko 10 years even NPP as a political party say demonstrative against you also 10 years member support ko.
Okay. MPP as a political party say by a demonstration before against you as an extension of Chief Justice a term of office to 10 years. Mam ho yenbe Same Oben zo na yenbe Sub-Zero kreke nyeni buni asa jishale buni asa mamu wale zo anke me ihire de kamo in ba ye adwene but me that's me die one adwene there concerning as a constitutional review committee report ne ma arane ileden mo
Malawasi. Mudumale Samuel Obin. Dodo la yeba from Israel. And member for Deputy Communications Officer. And the government better hand. Time me chua. The man my bodo above mame. Yes, Constitutional Review Committee man. Yawo babazo. Yawo anama anaka political party ma settle also committee yawo bon moso babazo. Na tembele yakake NDC de me. Ya dwene man Ghana enwo. Pese menkumye pa de me ini NDC eno. Nti yakunu anka de me ye ne ebiela munmo na ebiela so ekura mada e kan bi ewo homo. Nti akre yan hihye mu ati ma yele ku aha na enu ya mu ati kreke ebiela all are what involved. Yele particular people be na ba make a decision and ke ba run the country. No, it's a democracy for the people by the people. Nti yemu ati we are government. Yemu ati ye wulu na dia Ghana. Nti akre NDC ye policies yemu ati all are involved. Ebedike tuma madwen de me anake ase andama de me yan wonke ozo policy ne ikreke yemu ati ya dem na dia part of the government ma ye wuri Ghana nti ozo review anaka report of bahane say akura eboa me de man Ghana and Ahanta West eso ekena omo nti e de baba ma.
Okay, so talking about Ahanta West reporting it would make DCs ne MC ne mayor say ya tubozo okay, but Scape, this is the modality araneza yeah e can appoint mania, so government will appoint 3 people 5 people out of 5 but converting 3 will be brought back to Andama to elect them and aka kodo bozo mazemeni asa nti mo ko ne me ye aba ye baka aba nda keshi ya ka ye MC ya now mo eha mbi mo like the idea ke ma ye ne be na do MPP government ba ke DC ni MCC ya do bozo mai was to prevent politics ke like ne kama mo NDC nti NDC DC la dabi. But the idea is that yaba ekeshia that is local government. Local government asume andama anaka andama ni muatin. Nti omo ahia ke akaya NDC ni anaka akaya MPP ni but emomi anda ni mapa mo anda la yahonozo anda empunu dule la yanyezo. Nti nekeke yebe ebi anaka ebi mo ezai anda empunu dule wa yanyezo na yado ezoma. The kandama muatin ya bia me fake anda improve the anjene eza even we run ya dozoma baskape where ke government ya ka appoint as a mania are we not still going back to as a old system make government ya appoint MC DCs ne mayor ne omanka kan.
Okay, question here atinde ne yaka academic MPP ma initiate also policy by Mpeke mbiza mbreda eza work mpeke mbiza ke be initiative ne. What are the modalities? Ne ede for general the kama akan anake ede within the party maybe a MPP party no ye be you kunna the whole and the out do so mpeke a kind of modalities mane was initiative.
No, me yanya e bazuro, but the thing is that scape.
Yes, but needs the modalities in it.
Okay.
Okay, so say that time me nana kufado yan ke MMDC for to so man. You mean this man lawyers. Let's go about court ke bala prema was America age man. Mgrave date and come hamre but all court ke bala prema ozo process ke age man. Even crop on that time se believe the no an say bo am say mo tin. Because the con can be can me politician by the way. Ozo ni me wa ude me peka an ke be present for kofe MMDC beni. Kuni wa adwene no se kofa boa adeto a
intini keke MPP a no modalities but alokra kaye mara awon ke aleba with that modalities na wava the core reasoning wavuazi ye na wa agina public na wa hanza la keke na wa beke yele dan mo mpacho mama kan ti aso no inti se even in GS ne be se akuggo kwakura ya ka kwakura inform so yamna dia kre even ya wudo ne se yetian yama ya kwakura ne wonke de be ma yele wa yebo mtimi yamna da metian won mo me da hwa nu kwakura wonka next time ne ke yamna da ekwaye but kwakura without mistakes mo kwakura ye wa kekre wa ma kwakura won ya kena next time kwakura ya hwa wonke de be ma yele mpapa gwal mo wan na mam gwal mo wan henjo ozo MPP ma be de yamna da ehwa yele no modalities. No functions. Anya malake trazela. Passport asunma. Menti mkem kureke NDC di adma edwenem na dia. Edwene man en anake citizens edwene bon. Inti eva modalities mu ative na dia. Ibe dan keke. Ozo hane ozo procedures ye na dia. Yekulu azura. Atetua.
Okay.
And I don't know ke the more be sanya be lebedan mo ke yes, I final thing.
No, bands me about parliament for.
Bands me about parliament ya. Atetua. Until the come you go akiye la. Bugwa be ye ho dikabela. So people are objecting. Awya until NDC iwe ke evabila era on board ke ba mnada ba hira adwene. Ozo ye constitutional mnada review man. Ba oba ha. Until biela ya mnada eva adwene hire ba mnada. And sign a parliament po ba mnada. Ba ho mnada certain. Passport motoa. Inti NDC ha nkon make yimwati ya era ya wul mnada mane. Unlike MPP mo bazi boku betina badeka ni ava MMDCs siboto bozo aba no modalities.
Inti for you out of 13 review my area. Na there you recommend support. Na there ye mo fike be your modeba ekayebo.
Thank you. Thank you. I testify to Mujoko and NDC your policy be brother. Ya via ke all are hot involved. Ska pebiza me margin here. Ozo la so le mo so sem na de sekri adwene. E su kiri adwene. Na ke mu ati ya the part of the government. Am clear.
Okay.
Nti se mama can be there once more parliament ye kana ebie ya dwi ye ministers ya mabokwa ba ho banko ye me constituency nbekire ba adwene ze ebie so ba han ka mo constituency nbekire ba adwene ze ebie so ba han ka mo ehune wo media zo na media so be na da ebie mo kire ba adwene ze imu ati parliament be de mu ati na ba na da ba wa ke ne ba pense na me de ba ba woman ba na da ba na mze mo ati adu ma na mo nti mama adwene hele de me anka ozo MMDC mercy to bozo abai. Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, fine. Yeah, also capping parliament at 300 members so. Meson it good. Yeah, abolishing the death another penalty. Meson it fine.
Okay.
Yeah, meba also 10-year office for Chief Justice.
Chief Justice, yeah.
Behiran mobo ba my parliament yamnada behiran mobo
mante
if I may
not don't
because I'm the more ma former Chief Justice ever Ghana man.
Yeah,
Even in the cabinet behind the Supreme Court has now become the office of or part of MPP Mada headquarters. Into where even the man do as we unanimous Mada FC. Into where case be more yakozwe kwa kebelani. Said the political issue kote dia okay NDC Mada bolusu ozo case ni. Toko no wakane. There is no single case more NDC vahol more by Mada behind the betibe much. Atetwa and a judges man bo wakani muati ne e ka make ne be yedwuma ba Mada ba ma NPP Mada ane. So such a person ama 10 years ane zinzan 10 years retreat. Say current government e kra ni yedwuma anke abibima anya yedeka awofro.
Okay.
Abibima yed anke ebi wali njomike sabio se akire kwasia odo bezara anya e kala pa ni amnada iduemu ahụ ya sabio ilo drinke awuro jonti e kwa kala odo oke amnada eyi tanke still ne elawo na amnada iduemu ahụ nti meye ya adwene ke de MPP need ye me keke MPP jumele ke amnada ikere ya valu maka ne zinzana na ke case mi haju ya yuni ne case ya ho MPP kwema ebia other side me the MPP need them the MPP need how more ke deal with case more MPP ko win ni say nada say it was ro nti such a person as you kwa me 10 years is that keke still say e kura yam nada e ha sitting nada government is also government e dey party a say kura yam nada e have
okay
nti also 10 year dem bava ko fropa modalities be nada bedin down ebia within 10 years you know eze case base say mbamba ni be so kwa asetin bo nka no ozo case why sibokro suspend wa na ka sibokro be eza ebia ozo 10 years say nada say kura e fine na ya guide be ma be dwuma so ba roba nada ba ye bo ha ba say ba for 10 years be without modalities there to mama de me say nada say e ha elaboa say ha dwene pa
okay
e ha dwene
so for you once you are checking on mamho yenibenya sub-zero kene I think as a 10 years that's crampo erezike is a Canada so bekra I hope that's one year adwene me ha and year adwene
o me hani me that's me support because although me be e hadwene pa even before 10 years here inshallah 2028 Ghana is more by our Dr. Bawumia will be the next president it has a power say your community no say fat community say ke lessons e better so ne yara hambi mo and it inti is ke fa the dampo 4 years more working me is coming more is ke fi ejima
okay
na e pa that so yan ke me no pa connect for presidential aspirant but also for minimum 40 to 35 years I can imagine me fike imagine Hanusland
okay
because scan pro do mo wiase kwaya youth member na kon ka bele fresh ideas nti this the time as ahane you say apaka by president here from the age of 35 to
35 more local
mfike seboa because e better say kwenye me say bi obadwo nko bikene nku wenye be 75 80 I mean ideas more to one this time so your digital world
no hale
nti e kan me anu mo to your support na de ka so me ya adwene le ministers may say it's could be 60 even currently like is the ministers may have pa JDM remember the 60 but about underground ma sabio mo support about those 60 there awia ba meta Ghana ya very yes 60 me a vest camp may say 60 ministers say akọ back door minimum bodu anu pomo izanu chuo be discoponi mo ba ma appointment money cinnamon but so better those 60 ministers me is ever be inti akane so keme so ikra kan bo fma na magla kofa ya
ma kan so na me zake ozo men ma se va bo wa hane but ela dumala bo zo ke by the ministers ya anaka bo occupy office be
o bo occupy office be
inti dumala bo zo ke by the ministers ya
na senior
But the ministers,
senior Ghana
I make
what
point
there.
here. I make an argument. I make a factual
Senior
argument.
I'm not the Ghana kill.
But the ministers say scap or 59. 58, excluding the defense minister and then the environment minister. Until right now, the 58 ministers here, government ele mania. Until ministers in me wakanene. Me bo hane me.
Until me can like okay. Aside ministers is that there are numerous political appointments. I want to create one. So Ebia ako president
but Ebia civil servants.
Senior. Na yara fixed election date. I can say it made very important because the election me feel ko December e better e hadwene.
Okay.
So me fike se feel ko November somewhere other 5th or 15th na to your kwet was amaya. E better my attention was system ni. E kwa ba me minimum sabio by the Christian on be Christmas. But that's by Hannibal by Christmas.
Okay.
Because if I December there, yeah, sometime in my be currency. Into a can me message go on but validate correct me so correct a those political parties by more thing.
Okay.
Into kind of some we have more than and ever by those political parties more thing. Or was it? Never malabe down so never shame critical oh scamp a date November. Or November date made is July. You can generation.
Okay.
Until I can remember something for that is the best way Mexican more thing yoko. Na Mara Kofaya death penalty. I can mention message ikra I can mention bo.
You can bo. Okay, but you death penalty what can
Or the death penalty because I can mention that ikra canbo. Because Ghana Sabio a criminal cause system here. Senior man. It is it. Look at Arab man, one more far, Mother for Yegmenti. Aqua Canyon Malay, Yegma critical pa. I be Kukubi. Mary Shibella. You been with the Fiadi. I be Kuku choose almost one corners and Anka by your own mother, even day. Back somewhere the Arab country, or that any canny. And we are any canny. Now, one more work, bedinti, Moro, Gangala, who will make us a Kuabio or Dasbuku. Into other tiny LED. By Ghana, come a dezo. Into the kind of crack and a canoe. Sasabu say a buku beer. Other can couldn't be 10 more. Life in prison. Liberal you asked upon. It's called for your coffee. School work like Calicolome. It's what for started from crash with work no. A cunia. But not about you, I could if you had Alaba. It's called any crack any more for a Calicolum.
Okay.
And Tisa, your pagidum can sue like cannibal. Because they can no nice for my mifke at the citizen idea surgery.
Now, I can is indeed death penalty where your malanu ke tanibo kadimo aya is a bukumba face your journey. But since your constitution ya wale as and meson president yes is sign okay. But from that time on, your constitution was up to now. I be another more is even though you many more be a bad death sentence, more prison, scapula may kind. But the second president signed because the many bobo humbe. But President Raho, even Rawlings, and I'm saying Rawlings from the 1992 constitution up to Yenbeya Kufuor, up to Yenbeya Atamos, up to Mahama. Up to Akufo-Addo, up to Yenbe Mahama. President Bola Anika is signed as a dear Kebo whom anymore, but my bed death sentence our prison. So don't think rather more by like a presidential pardon be. So don't think as a malay, a Canadian so ya ejima into Ankasaka you can cry.
Memaka ane also can educate. It's a crack and border. Even current point not in there, you create the previous government and now current government was right. During an Akufo-Addo time, Yara Hanini, you have the Birke, honorable at the forces there. Save you, a new school where started again. You mean said now, but a new school where to again. By the way, Nado, although I ask put the fear don't go forever. By the way, another one no. You pay a peace of mind, you will Ghana money into money. Cause already a bodu those go back door. Move go Ghana and and I for the Yarizo. But by the tour. Also, Sanky with Kanky, here put my own to me. Look who bureau. Even Sankofa money. In an can you with the Azrozo. Could you ask any? I met my money as say. Scamper not never put my own to me. Okay, Fiade. Now so came Miss Sedna. Scamper, if I'm very. They come as I have a madame. If I Miss Gane, pre-room, okay, you talk fun, you talk offer. Okay, you to write your left him for your fair. International, I'm was okay because I care. If I want to miss you, boy, as you can, Eddie Baba, the remember me that's a little bit.
20 years, actually.
I say,
20 years, actually.
Oh, Mamma Kake, during MPP time, ye papa, honorable Atto Forsen, ye papa, Collins Dauda, Mamma did be bree, I can't care of a small word, even finance minister must compare a dozen compare. If a silver wool is gone, now so Dr. Bawena Kufado, they say, but could be a piece of man before we Ghana. In the moment, so many, or those who go to worry.
Come on, court, ya convictable.
As a court, I committed back,
Boho jail.
Can I now so you are
right? There is a court convict, a dear mala. Into a such a ma elacadnani.
Ke Bovrol Bay, but I've never been able to come back, Nana, you for me. Now, so I say no. In Dr. Bowman, but being a piece of man before we Ghana. Nanke would do square. Now, next time, members are in the By the way, you hear Macros or Ghana cake. You hear Macros or Ghana cake. Yes, I, if you yeah, into my me approaching some programs are because they have a PGD, yeah, to me. Okay, so be happy, yeah, Connie. That's so in a family, yeah, Connie. You will station, radio station be remains you. You to my husband, my baby, you can make one. So you're going to me, Mason. Do Ghana, like very young, so into boy, I didn't care. Your boy, Mera. Okay, what do you must? Okay, no answer can.
But talking about death sentence into more, I say, Mamma, yeah, you work any cry.
Also, death sentence, Mamma,
Yama, a work any, Yamala.
But man, what you had a canny. Okay, now, because I was okay, Anne, sacrifice curriculum. Okay, come on, I call. Arab country, are from somewhere from Crete. School go book the one can know. Said you a quabia, sad if you forever. Or could be spoken you. Into Beza, Mother Coquadicane, you would train. Uncle be like a coffee to us. Into other in West School motives could be clear. Okay. At it well. Aha, and he Kazanke, if you schools were curriculum, said boy was able to be brave. Now, Magra, also.
Ansanaka, Mamuza Same, that's your journey on death penalty. I dedicate you were a malenu, anake, ya ma a workany, because them can care. President how a raho. A be unkamala sign the care. Easy, even though, but very day fear the case a couple queen so. President play an income right as a dear. And when they declare death penalty, ya ma wire malenu, anake you were a malenu.
Okay, yeah, you were Malenu. Malabella Nicamo, a Bolognaman and Malazo. Sir, Timilam Cake, a doer. No, Wafan Yaman a doer. One man Yaman or Wajunu. Now I am no Wajuna for you are still Wajunu. Timber side mistakes be brave. Okay.
Until Yama. Yeah, you were a malanu.
Yeah, you were a man.
But I basically say, yeah, ni. A layer dear, like anaka, come on, the Zalania. I want to do a ba inu. Tanile, but it's because of Malawakani more. A copper be there, so to us. A laquake.
Mamma, dear. Man, goes a macaque. Malabella Nicame seeding Yaman. Yaman said, "Thou shalt not murder, kill." Medavia. Israel, Bella policy be. Sir, a cool idea. Or you are, Sir Bitchum. Bet Belamnadia. Bolokum. But Sir cool idea did ma. Never chewa, Spitchum bokum. Flat. Come into my desire. Be say. Aku ade dun ma de ne keke ayeni de sani nti abotam nkuma manimu atikwada ni wawu ayeni waye nyamene waye nyamene be oyuwa akowu ade oyu a bechimra ba amnada ba hu bon nke wa amnada wa ye ni nti aso no a
okay
nti mmala anaka de bra ne kamo ya kai nyamne amnada ewo nyamne se da sha no kel wa ye ko kam kunkumanuma ade to a nti wo mu humanuma ne eza ene nyamne ka amnada bentam jokwa nyamne za ni keri na mzame okay me the president na mezan papa bo hu da so mo woni tia hello revenge mama wa kem take revenge ah the mama nti ma iru aka me the president nti ma wa mzan ye bie a death warrant na bo hu na ahibam komtwika nyamne bizam ke eza ever ayi ko papa judgment wuram sake muhu bia maka am no jukwa
okay nti for you me ya yewo
malenu na ya va bie ya replace sa ko life in prison ya ana no kwa hu kai ba kama ebie la emada ilokunu ozo ya la fiase ozo adaka no nkwete time ozo wota mkodwini am never man itu amada awu ba yibo ozio
okay
atetwa but ke ebie kazan ebie death warrant pa de me la na ozo mako hu ni se be wadwuna adwuma na eke wa wunya mene afiko wiase la kala
na ma ebunyamne anka ewo hu na bia
nti wa wunya mene dia time twa se ke ebi afika wunyamne nike nyambra nike nti aye mape ye atu adius kameda ye ala ye tane fine
ebi ye tane hu ni nti bokunya ye tane
mam ka ke hu ne de mam no krom ka zan mo dead warrant nkama ke bo hu ozo tane mam moje ize mam no krom ka ham ko gwa meka ebo
na ma ha moje
mo ya ha moje dugwa nti
for you me nyamne bentem joko
the man we am bentem joko but as reso de me ye more life na there in prison
okay
passport to nti time chua no zo am there always we am ne
okay
ade to nti mam kwam san fa mako ihuni nti bo hu da so be na mkom tweke na yam no bizam ko zo asumasi money are the president njo kokoti mam yenam the president no jenjembela zo mva tumi man okay san ye bi dead warrant anake mabohu bia
okay
come in mom keza
okay all right Sub-Zero let's say one last ibe na paka bozo
dual citizen can contest
okay
I can me na some interest I can pa
okay
because tembela ni abezo bruchi nowhere ni say be ba contest ozo me better e hadun bebre
okay
into this time around me ane ba ke sabio answer paka contest na kan kuni is
a dual citizen nti keke sazo abrochi a na awo yabaka ade America ze our green card there are the citizen okay abagana keso a the citizen but mobava keke ya my life first na dezo menti say azo abrochi a na sapaka ba contest ya awon sa o citizen ma do we USA say yakimabe ansa na wahra wa contest but so time la menti mo yen be aja se question dey first election me in court wall gwale because ne either dual citizenship but ya kukunu but ka baba yake say mo Canada mo US mo UK na say me the citizen wakane na me the Ghana ne am hole ya bagana some the citizen wakia skapa mo krom china ke MP seat be ala Kenya even though me the citizen of America me the citizen and that say mo krom china always kapa mala baye
you see
adetwa
mpocho me detwa kani mlawase wo akonya na sinia temo ke Ghana amade chukaba malaza ya vejima samade le mele ejima anki tembala ozo koka ya zuwa manu neke nti anme dazo yekizan ke imam mele yejima nimedo pe anke yake baba no pa anke ni ka bi pozu abruchi
okay
akobo akozo akodu tam ko ten ni timavro mama nukuni iwo adweme seka fo boeza mane be seka boane iru aka we base school abruchi kan nti ni second sala ni we ya chance bu no ya kana ozo ye ni jekeme fa hadwene bebre hadwene pa nti
wa management
ala komele bo male bi be dreke ba promise ni du abruchi era e ba no dwane other political party ke e be contest e be so ni abi mesa bio like abi mesa ko abrochi ma zo ni
ezum Ghana man
Ghana sheme se ko wan mesa ko esum Ghana man ne ni vezu izuku ajike me ni oveli e beza ha gene de kintima zam ko ma gina an sam sa haneke ni ko ni se ko abrochi na se peke e ba Ghana e be contest ya budon mo pokula ni ko ma han pokula
okay
ni ko ma chance for me contest pokula e ya ma se me o citizen kan me o manu ni am just ke e kura ma da ye diamants ni like ya peke be fa form say ye frene ya azumi mani a ya azumi you can be ma allow ke mo ma obrochi ni bla mama green card ke na baba on tesi nti ani ke ze ke if you can so say dia e kan me wo go ni e fa me bo Ghana ke ni ba bo on tesi aha nti ke za han ke kira kan je ke eva mai na ya we we mu ati
sa ma bin Israel
Yes.
dual citizenship
The nice policy, Papa.
for you, the
nice policy, man. I never. And man, met
how nice it is.
Yes, some
more akoko abrochi.
Some
akoko brand and kote ame dake. Yasum Ghana man and kote yakomane juma. Mo jojula ne aga. Esanka $1 moyon monti. Near really power. It is nice, yeah.
It is nice, pa. And brother, it's in the neck kind of because out of force. Okay, ne the na policy the neck or mojoke and
may hear dual citizenship.
Some bazo. Dual citizenship, it is good. Since like I can mama die. Some kakambo chumwa ma mozozoa. Ebia yakobo show kranim no yeli bobo. Adetua. Mamva ajame me example. Ajame ye bawolumia. By 6 to 5 years, ye mozoka me yelo mo. Mozoko. Inti se mpeka nkom stand assemblyman ewo ajame. Inti mokwaka ye boa. Mama urufi ela hanu so ne musu afuma ya mnada wake. Bobo manu juma musu afu ya mnada boko. Before be replace mame. Passion mama kan ti aso numa. Musu afu wajame o. Manu juma siboko. Bodu amantuo sibotua. Bayezo sebeye bie. De bela me kozro hotwu anu kanimu atene. Musu afu be mnada beye. Inti se mabusu anaka musu afu boko beye. Beye ba fo ba mamnada abusuan mu atin sa wake sa nike so far as mo makina abusuan won kote deme bo ho ma na dwuma deme me mamnada makina mo be se de beba na sa wake botodua awya botodua ebi po abofra be ma me fa me de mfa mamnada mfa mba bet mo mamnada azi nti sa ko bize mabusuan man ya se ba ke bekroke de be yize me ya yere anaka ba anaka ma na yododua ya numa ya mamnada iduare na jukwa ka ha inti keke de bele mabaye ho ajame bele na me amnada mekina mo be do mu adaki but de bele mabaye bele me amnada mekina mo be compared to nada owusuwa the same thing de bele menma anake mabusu afnada wo owusuwa ti de bele mabaye wo owusuwa kan bele me amnada mekina mo inti se merjiko mo ko mtwu azo anaka mo ko ajame me stand for assemblyman mo ko owusuwa me stand for assemblyman I have every right ko aka me amnada mo ko stand me ba akende nso I have every right chuma mkaka mbo sambo bebele
okay
inti ya vake nukune ase wa nafa ewo abrochi no different kai mo wake mo anda na mo owusu difference bela no me ho abrochi ezoke ya mada ehwale a ezoke ya hwale abrochi ya imusu anfu bela nikia baye management imusu anfu beni profepa Ghana ki mabaye bia se okay contributions ba a particular place mabada emotion of beni kama baye bia ebi mpo na ozo contribution pom baye anaka boko management ali pom bedi mo fo bokoy ebi mpo na me ho abrochi me mnada sponsor ba me mnada bokwa nti such a person na say akwanje ha doke we man no na eba abadi nan ke dake nti inike e mnada ichina.
Okay, so for you, it's a nice policy.
Yes, it's a nice policy. Also, many people crab the baba ye na de be establish a juma work man. Ghana me puyam na de. Mbe mo so be na de be be.
Okay.
Inti ya anke e dake nti ejuma ne mama be ibunko ejuma. Anake e fami a ejuma ne no konka ya. Ya hanzo.
Okay.
Ya kwa ka hanzo. Inti e the nice na de policy more na be de betanu say kwa na de. boy muati.
Okay, policeman and with the way no sakura a boy and muati. Yamere, but quick one, Universe 0. Mamuza, and Baba, and that money.
Senior. No, I'm like a scare.
Final words,
no final word. No, I say, scam from not in the man, system moeshmo. Beauty, young tree. I come market a badoshi. No, my co for the whole day. Who's square ministers, ne, MC Momus go up. By you to mess a couple man, my you to be Jimanabo do a cabane. No, scam not in
stable.
Economy stable.
Inflation, you as it.
Senior. Mbona bomba 24 hours ko mara ba na YouTube enyo ba ye ozo juma wana ka mbede de meda ki bizaka e jeme se bare 3 shift e other appointment ya bia ini kane into be disappoint you too ye ma mo be brebo mo ka bodo ma fa mane ye meni ma NDC. By the way mam kan la ka adem me adem no kokora timi a ya hwemu MPP a hanenu ka ya me adem a ame be for good policy program se fa ba scapum not there e bi re senate ina is an tree. Wow, Paka Banka is go. The Ruaka Dr. Baumia, the good police programs by Ali. In a dake pa, I use go phone zo. In a mountain there, I can light coffee scampala. Look at the guitar, Dr. Baumia, John Ghana for good police programs by Ali. In a light coffee scampala, Sako phone zola, Sakota canoe phone zo. In a mountain, Dr. Baumia, police programs by Ali. Need drones I more Ghana ke. Look at Baumia, a drink for Canquinty, in a beyond bar or I can switch maybe here with emergency. Secret small drones working a very American canny. Because a minimum end is led by JDM. Is a matter policy about Mascampa Ghana Bill on Fasua. Nothing. You to go soon. Won't you to make you bay? Promise more woman and that cover by another Bible Saban Bayer. 0. You know, she make us on that. Heritage and what you are supported by Antaways. We need development. Meet me a drama man Bayer. It's a very card of Buanda, dear. Many Yami Adumia, inshallah, 2028. 2028 ahanta west yele anda star lady mo freka jawo ye neba ni yele sit okuko bisu sanu na anda ya wo yenu mlawase
inshallah 2028 that is sub-zero for you yenbe ya so an baba and so petrol slow holale ekwa ma ya deke baba din da lorry fedu ni ade and I did can baba.
Last time I was joking at Tiaboko.
Scrap petrol, after petrol, 15 cedis per liter. One our prices here.
One of them dually, the clearly.
Petrol, so
Britannia roll.
You say boat per bound. And so it's a baba.
Yes, I am Baba because Lord of February, Tanner Rolfin is as your job, 7 back here, and 5 cities. So the then time I made the Zaya and was and KB 2 o'clock and say to attend city. I might should pick a Rolfinty and Calaba.
Senior working here, I'm not a garden there. First, you could talk with you to a 7 city. Scamp not talk with us and you to a job. Near 10 city. I've Papa. First, now I go there, you to a go there, maybe 3 city. Scamp probably 5 city me. Most abanake at least you hope 2 city per because most abane you want one day. I was not more anywhere west. What to your cause?
Okay, certain the next fat, you know, Ozolo. As was a Juma Baki 2 cities. Our MPP time.
Mr. During MPP time. During MPP time, you to 4 city. During MPP time, you to 4 city. Currently, it was an 5 city. You to 5 city bizarre. As I go now, attack with the Sana. Every time now, I go as I want to attack with the Sana. Even in my reference, Mr. Zoju to go and be the 4 city, but currently be the Sana 5 city. And the
mammy, I was on to Dubai. I'll go to Dubai. I make a Scapio Meta Goggle. Into Dubai.
Petrol prices is slow like petrol prices cost us one affected the bill.
Mem come crook.
Meanwhile, sir, Baba
Scapper host, I'm cutting down. Mem come crook, and Baba, I'm not there. And a Ramam crook, or I'm not there involved. You might see I'm not there, you contribute to the other government is. And petrol, my akai, Britannia roll fin. My buy. I was born to Enafa and I died 8 cities. I was make it to town 10 cities. Britain lord fe no ateto a nti sa keke petrol hosora ebie melu han ne dikabe ne ene ola ya adwene because ya reflect wo imna de life ne lord fe no ya reflect
na
ka mam ka ateto
petrol ya lord fe zan kote ya
han ka petrol zan kote ya kan mojo ko enda mo amro ke ya lord fe me ya ko ya be mo
petrol ka lord fe zan ko ya affect you
Pashwa maba. Say petrol ya affect lorry fare na ya affect me na. Because e be bank o me vakale ya me da won ba me yin ba mo ya. Inti petrol bro so inti eating them na there. Inye ni no. Yeah, me ya fare but lorry fare still remains. Inti me na dey kreke kubo flopa. Inye ni bro ho so na ke lorry fare ya. Lorry fare 8 cities mba the same 8 cities 10 cities 10 cities.
Mama use be personal car. Assuming ke fuel e dey na the 13 cedis capella 15 cedis. I saying ka mama ya affect me just because no follow calendar.
Yeah, kind of broader picture. Yeah, kind of broader picture.
Yeah, come on, broader picture.
There be the broader picture. More years a bit. I order I use private car. I mean, bizarre ke meniana ye for private car. Meniana.
Question like
trotro me e cra for meni be 12 22. Atetua ozo many 22 mobogwa trotro ni be lorry fare e de 10 cities boko abon anake aboade a be lorry fare e de 10 cities into lorry fare still remains into there's nothing like fuel mother fuel was no many papa ka na follow trotro because yes because more than quitting you look at the broader picture the come na kan atetua trotro for 22 and lorry fare still mother remains the same. Mama ka tetu inti there is nothing like in any bro hosoro an baba ya kra aduan da twon no kisimu ko square ahonke na dia boho bodu boho wake chima kwa asamsa ko owduro ko miamia ahonke chip compounds any school yamna dia igwa ikwalozoro begina mama iza okay abo MPP ma baba oze school ya na chip compound ba gina ne ba ri be se amza community za iwe gina chip nada chip compound no ne keke ne alka ba wa ya na ke aba wa ye krono aba wuaye inti keke MPP ne anda mam kaka anda me yadun wakro scape biola use smartphone atetua those politics money ye e ba mo kra right now ne your technological nada world inti say if ke akande ba masa ebie yam na da ehwin phone papa esearch say on ke ojoko ma kan ma da adahwi inti anda ma scape nyan like and me boy mam do ke dake scape mo so do ma eye ne yam na da eye fine atetua inti anda yam da ekwami nyan like inti wa bu akeka ke MPP ba need dabi mandisi ba ye ne all are involved kra ane de ko reka ye ozo de be ya ke eva policy severa na ebiara yamna da ihire ya adwen ansana parliament kura ba yamna da ba ho sitting na ba be final na da approval ba ye mo ati so yamna da ye kire ya adwen me de ba bo hon mane ye fo azro me ye fike bia okay lapses be ho money ne yamna da ye kan ye gu akem ye kan ke hira na da UTV ke hira onua all radio stations and media is mo ati be yamna da baka you might hear me the creation, but unlike MPP, Bazaku became the Bukubo would have been no one made about policy of bar. Even with that policy crapone, no modalities. At it one. And I made the year current finance minister. I say, why, mother, where it was square. Now, Adiane more okay, and I will democratic ward. I mean, no one here in more Suzuki who was square. One here can do a square back door. He had do a square back door. Nigga, I mean more ye clear the aquene. Ye clear for in was seen, isn't it? Nigga, I mean, Sabe,
I jump into another your time,
possible no really.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Inti mama inti alko kan ke kubo fa amemi ekra dia konene mu waru back door ke bia ma de ya du oskwa
to find where say
na yakinu kone inti even beza kubo hole court inimo gofedo dame says here you research na hira inimo gofedo dame za Yamada, a walepa, ke a woman by share out of force, the current finance minister be done, man. Is it also no queen, Yamada? Here do call is it to know. Mintim about Biza Camadintima, tobacco for better fiasia. Biza, Kira, Chachu Chicata, Kufo time. Man, la Yarahe, Tintina can Kakufo say, man, Ilisqua. A dana man could be Zakaba of be done fiasia. Later, come Chachu Yamada, court of appeal. One can know, also do command people, but NDC news, Edemada, Edia one.
What time you? But our 1 minute spare.
1 minute, I've met my Henry.
Oh, 5 hours.
And 5 hours. Remember, Karibe is something anybody. If I say born to school, I don't know. Not know your program here. Mazamutu alone for your horse. You will model school, Mahona Jerry. You know what you model school can. At the same time, to join the same to swore, I went to school. In December, they say, alone project my school element people and Bijania. After program, me was the same camber. If you are me, which no school me, yapke. I make a project about a band, and my billion more fast. Into one more scamp my way and Denny. But I no more camber scare. You may somebody's happen because no not in there. Cookie trip in the cooker. Wash my man, Benne. I was to market. Into Mumukum number Rene. And Miami to me. Next 2 weeks, what original election, the mayor peaceful. Nam the motor more, never support. Never Dr. Bahuba, my mother. No election after election. Whoever swing blind and Mujidi care 2018. Seat mail also Western region. Say the motor back, not Dr. Bamia, Yaya President, motor mother, in Wado in Timlabasi.
All right, they see tomorrow you lose MPP Bolus who are Western region in 2028 MPP. According to Jaruba, Hambon Bono, na Bele Emoti back. I can say. Yeah, American Mount.
I'm a final word, Mama.
No, I gave you 1 minute.
I'm a two times. Final words, 2 times.
No. I have never said final. Listen to me. I've never said final. But I told you your final words. Your final words. And you are talking about something different. Even question the problem is the way. I have a very different angle.
Talk show.
Indeed. I can see American anymore. Yakaba, Yesui, Yakaba. I'm one and the more Yasahane, our cachet, the Yanibaya John Amponsa, but Bebrela, basic care of Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero war. As a Joe Faris school, I can't hear it in media guys anytime bella a show. As a solar, yes, I had Samuel Obin, Bebriela, Bofre, Israel. Israel, the NDC communication member for Hunter West constituency. As a solar, if I want to visit NDC delegate, Mama Babade, Bodozema, na deputy communication officer, Evama NDC. Mama, ya wane yasa handbe ya Belili Ajolia. I just saw earlier on Queen Dazzle Yamani sports debate here. I just saw Yenibeya Cosmos, Yenibeya Sir John, also Baba Hanisale, Emma Yelili Ajolia. Mama here our Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, any other social media handy balam. Maya can care yella wasi. Mommy really ejimao. Chiame, but from me, Emmanuel Kofi Yabua. Emmanuel Kofi Yabua Kondizua, but from me, Kofi more assay. Mamela, me production team is so assay. For some chair, indeed, it would Jimapa area one so. Yahna no ma, yaba discussion yaba, yarialo. Yala abiela assay, Yamia Domia, CSA.